Good morning, everyone. A warm and a hearty welcome to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the Faculty Industry Interaction Program. Organized by the School of Computer Science Engineering, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus, in association with MIT Square, London. Today's session is centered around a very relevant and forward-looking theme, global collaboration for innovation and intellectual property rights, a topic that holds immense significance in today's interconnected world of research and technology. We're truly honored to have with us distinguished personalities whose contributions in science and entrepreneurship and education are nothing short of inspiring. Amidst us, our chief guest, Dr. Mithilesh Satyanarayanan, founder of CEO and MIT Square London, along with co-founder Ms. Bhuvaneshwari Loganathan, co-founder MIT Square. To formally welcome this gathering, I now invite Dr. K. Raja, Chairperson, School of Computer Science Engineering, to deliver the welcome address. Sir.
Very good morning. How are you? Yeah. It's my pleasure and privilege. I welcome today's chief guest, Dr. Mithilesh, and co-founder of MIT Square, Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari Madam. It's an occasion to you all to know about how School of Computer Science and MIT is associated and travel last 4-5 years. So during COVID time, we signed a MOU with MIT Square London, and Mithilesh was that time at the UK. One of our students participated one event held at Srm Engineering College. Those times that student got a prize, and they mentioned that MIT Square sponsored the program at the Srm Engineering College. One of our faculty previously worked in Srm, she noted that one. I hope you all know that Kavita, assistant professor, presently in Pratibhamma. So again, she collected the data and other things, and it was submitted to me as head of the department. Then I spoke with Mithilesh. We feel that we need to collaborate or establish our relationship with overseas universities, and these things will help our student community to get benefit out of those points by the way of writing papers and by the way of working with foreign professors. We need some bridge. So MIT Square acted very optimally on those places, and it was very appreciating. First time we started slowly. I asked any sponsors to start a center of excellence. I hope you all know that the last cycle we completed NAC 5th cycle. So that time I approached Mithilesh. Mithilesh given a strong belief on that. He started a hope on that. Around 5 to 8 lakh rupees worth of IoT, where we are sitting right now, Center of Excellence. So among the School of Computer Science, that is the first Center of Excellence. And thereafter, every summer vacation, we conducted one faculty industry training program. The resource person offered by MIT Square. And keep on that strength has been improved from 24 batches, students, the first batch registered. Then the last batches are around 72 students. So out of which a very good outcome was earned. There are plenty of papers are published as a pattern. Somebody Gautam Govana, one boy, was very good in all the prizes, all the competitions he won the prizes. Especially in IIMs he went and he got prizes. Recently he worked along with Mithilesh and published a paper at Bangalore. He got a first prize, best paper award. So those type of things, and also another girl called Geetanjali. Deepanjali. She was a cricket analytics student, gold medalist here, and she did a internship with Mithilesh at the University of London. Thereafter, he got a PG admission with a recommendation of Mithilesh, and she completed. Now she is working. So those things and all got it through only MIT. Really, I welcome once again. I also meeting Mithilesh physically this time only. So through all connections, mostly we conducting meeting around 7:30 to 8:30. After our college hours are over, we ask Kavita to connect. So once in a month we discuss more on these points. Our faculty members also. Another point, the co-founder of this MIT Square, Madam Bhuvaneshwari, given a lot of laurels and association and accept and recognized our faculty's work and other things. You know that Manju got last Women's Day one of the award, and Shiny got one award, Kavita got another award at JPR Engineering College, somewhere else held at the Women's Day. And I got one researcher award at Jani Ross College last year. They conducted
For Edu Leaders.
Edu Leaders. So I hope you know that these are all the things they given to us, and we keep rapport with them. We have a binded book at our department that was shown to the NAC committee and all. The most active among the MOUs is MIT Square. So this is my observation. And we signed MOU and we are not doing, simply we do one guest lecture, that's all. But this is what the span was expanded always. So with this note, I welcome once again Dr. Mithilesh and co-founder Madam and his associates. And I appreciate, this is the right time to appreciate Dr. Manju. Day before yesterday, she celebrated her birthday also. So I appreciate Manju's effort. And after this Kavita's lapses, Manju taken over, and slowly 1 month only it's a teaching period, and now she's doing very good association and doing things like that. And for additional information, 1 year back our chairman, co-chairman visited London. Those times with Mithilesh, they met and had a discussion at UK. So that today also I got a chairman appointment after this session. So I hope once again on behalf of School of Computer Science and on behalf of the faculty member, I am proud to welcome Dr. Mithilesh and Madam Boneshwari to this wonderful occasion. I hope the next session will be useful to you all. You also as a faculty member, every day learning is a continuous one. You need to know those things, how institution to institution are differing, what parameters, how we can, I don't know about your individual capabilities. So during the presentation, you may find out you can attach these points, or you can find out some student mentees. With the mentees, you can connect with Mithilesh to get a pattern or copyright. I hope, I don't know the statistics correctly, Mithilesh will know even the alumni students' names and everything, because he is spending time on those each and every student's paper. One of the paper, he was computer science students, he got best paper in one of the conference in aeronautical area. He given a solution to, along with one of the foreign professor. So these points, you supposed to some takeaway after the session. You need to find out that APA, academic performance indicators. So writing a book chapter, okay, writing a journal paper and applying for copyright or patent filling and patent grant. So many things are there. And it may be creating a relationship with one of the professor, maybe introduced by MIT Square, that may going to help us for submitting a joint call for proposals. So now last 1 week, myself and Uma searching one university, one country at Africa. So we are searching. Already myself, Balika and Shiny, we submitted one proposal, Indo-Sri Lankan professor. We have good rapport with that country professors. So try to establish some other foreign university professors. Such a way this is going to be helpful for you, and mutual knowledge sharing is very important. So I hope this session is going to be useful. Last 4 or 5 years, again I repeatedly mentioned, among the MOU, this MOU is the active MOU in all aspects. So we need to keep mutual understanding. There are here and there some drawbacks or miscommunication or drop or late communication that can overcome after when we meet and discuss frankly. That's what I believe that why this MOU strongly going ahead. I am not hesitating to mention any points to Mithilesh. As like that, Mithilesh also giving some strong recommendation. Out of these students recommended students, these students are not at all working. They are cheating. They do cut and paste. We give going to spoil our reputation. So immediately through Kavita or Manju, I ask the students, I do counseling. Then thereafter, either we terminate the student from the group or we ask them to correct it. So that's what the transparency and truthfulness is very, very important as a teacher. Learning is continuous one. With this note, I end up my welcome address. Once again, I welcome you all we will have a wonderful session. I believe that we going to listen those things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for setting the tone for today's event. Now, allow me the privilege of introducing our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Mithilesh Satyanarayanan, founder and CEO of MIT Square London. Dr. Mithilesh is an Indian-born young scientist and entrepreneur based out of London. He is a proud flag bearer of the Make in India, Make a World initiative. His academic journey includes PhD and postdoctorate from City University of London and research collaborations with global giants like Google Research and Nokia Bell Labs. His contributions to the domains of IoT, HCI, AI, and data science are immense and has delivered over 100 invited talks across the globe. At just 19, he began his journey as a social entrepreneur, and today he is mentoring many young innovators and institutions in India and beyond. With 20 plus patents, 100 plus publications, and 50 international projects, he stands tall as a scientist, entrepreneur, mentor, and a visionary leader. Without further ado, I now invite Dr. K. Raja, Chairperson, to felicitate our chief guest, Dr. Mithilesh Satyanarayanan.
Hello everyone, it's really great honor and pleasure to be here. Hope we are all able to hear me. People behind, you are able to hear me? Okay, good. First I would like to thank Raja sir for identifying our company and to have that kind of positive aura to collaborate with us. So we are deeply touched and always thankful to Raja sir for having the confidence on us. At the same time, believing in us, that is something more important. So when someone believes, so we always want to deliver. So as a leader, I've seen sir doing the best for SRM. The same leadership skill sir is instilling in me as well, so that we are in a good position to keep delivering for our community. So that kind of confidence and a mutual aura that we keep building. So I'm thankful to Raja sir for all the initiatives and for giving us that kind of a platform. And thank you Manju ma'am for coordinating, for giving us that support, for identifying the flaws and trying to address those gaps. So Matt is playing a very important role. There's a lot of delay from my side because I have a newborn baby. It's not easy. Being a father abroad is not easy. India, we get everything done. But whereas in London, it's not easy. Having a baby is like a huge task. So there's a lot of delay from my end, but ma'am and the sir has been considerate. So they have been giving me that motivation to keep it going. We are able to deliver the best, but still we are some kind of a lag, but we'll be catching it up with this year. So today's talk is on global collaborations where you can try to work on more innovative areas. I'll be explaining about intellectual property rights, how you can collaborate not only within India but abroad, what are different funding opportunities you all have. I can see a lot of women, this is fantastic actually from faculty side, and sorry to say that there's a weaker side, but hopefully we see more strength from men's side as well. So a lot of women funding are available. So for that you need to collaborate with foreign people. How do you get foreign funding? So is it possible to just collaborate with Indian professors and get a foreign fund? No, it's not possible. So you need to build that kind of a rapport with foreign people. You need to meet them, you need to talk to them online, if possible go to their campus as well as part of faculty abroad program or some different program. Then writing a joint proposal and getting a fund is much easier. That's how I started. At the age of 20, going abroad, doing my masters and PhD postdoctoral, I started building that network. I want professors also to build that network. Okay, so that's what we are going to discuss today. Since Raja sir has mentioned about our MIT Square, so I don't want to run again. So I'll just move to the. So these are our global team members. We are collaborating with different foreign people. So you can, if you want, you can make a note of our professors. They are also entrepreneurs. So they are not just professors; they are entrepreneurs. So like me, they work for different university. At the same time, they have their own company. So they are wonderful people. They are actually our pillars of our company. So without them, our company is nothing. So I'm always thankful to our team. Currently, we have been sending a lot of students to different parts of the world. Also from SRM, we have sent students to US, UK, and to Israel as well. We had other students, Sudhanshu. We sent him to Israel as well. So SRM is giving that kind of opportunity for students. They're giving the confidence to go by themselves and come back. So this is a quick statistics just to give you all that confidence how we all can collaborate together for joint proposals and funding. So we have raised good amount of funding. We provide consultancy projects, we provide patent funding, travel grants. So from Satyabama we have given some grants, and for SRM we'll be bringing this year as well. So quickly to get into the main topic for today, you need to understand the difference between intellectual properties and intellectual property rights. So what do you mean by intellectual properties? So anything that you write in a piece of paper by your own words, that comes under intellectual property. Because it's your own work, you're writing in your own words, right? Even 2 lines. So those days people used to call idioms, proverbs, those are all also intellectual properties. Because it's your own thoughts, it's your own work, so you write something. Even if you come up with a lab material, that is also an intellectual property. But if you want to turn that into a right, legal right, so you want to sell your lab material, or you want to make it as a book, or you want to take it as a business, that becomes intellectual property rights, IPR. Today, both IP and IPR are really valuable when it comes to NAC auditing, or even if you want to start your own business, it's very important. So please make sure if you're coming up with any lab materials, try to go for a copyright. Definitely you can't do patent for lab materials because you don't see any innovation in lab materials because you're not bringing that novelty, right? Whereas if you're coming up with a new product idea, you come up with the features, you come up with a methodology, then you will be able to file a patent. So that's the difference between patent and the copyright. Lab materials will come under copyright. So if you come up with anything as such from now, please make sure you protect your work. And of course, SRM will definitely support if you're planning to go for copyright or anything, because it also gives them that kind of value and mileage. So please do approach sir and team members if you all want to protect your work. And of course, there's a difference between invention and innovation. So invention is someone that creates something out of blue. So it could be flying aeroplane or flying car. Those all comes under invention. Whereas anything that exists and you alter the system or you try to modify, you add some new features to it, that becomes innovation. So that's the difference between invention and innovation. In most cases, as of today, for both the areas, you can file patent. So imagine that you come up with a new technology, yes, you can file a patent. Imagine you try to bring some change to the existing system, it's possible. But if you change some features, do some programming, coding, make some small changes, definitely that cannot come into a patent as of today. Because it's simply you are adding some new feature. So it's not going to add any kind of significance to the patent. But if you try to bring in new technology like generative AI or some kind of AR, VR into some existing portal or existing ERP, then yes, you can file a patent. That adds more value, and Government of India believes that is what is actually a patent, because they are trying to make some alteration to the existing system, which becomes innovation. Okay, so I hope you understand the difference between invention, innovation, and which can be filed as a patent. So today, most of the funders, including DST, how many of you know about DST? You all have heard DST, right? So DST, they invest a lot on various institutions and professors in these sectors. So if you want, you can take a screenshot, because the funding, huge investments in India are going to these sectors. And our company is focusing on green initiatives, so we are proud about it. You are always welcome to collaborate on new product ideas. If you want to go for joint funding, we'll be happy to collaborate with you all as an industry partner. Industry partner weightage is always on a higher side when you apply for funding, because they believe that you will collaborate with industries to build a product. Working with academia, what happens is people believe it's going to be more theoretical. So government doesn't want to invest in theoretical concepts nowadays. Even private funders, we have good investors with us. Only thing they expect is some kind of a tangible kind of outcome, at least as a prototype. That's what they expect. So please collaborate with different companies. I'm not saying only with MIT Square. Please do collaborate with any company. The more and more you collaborate with different industries, you'll be building that kind of a portfolio to get more funding. Start with 50,000, 40,000 kind of funding. What happens in many institutions, they aim for 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 lakh kind of project. They lose, they are not able to build that portfolio portfolio. So my suggestion is, I was suggesting few institutions, I don't want to name them. They started with 20,000, 50,000 consultancy projects. So they were able to scale it up very quickly. When you're able to show in your profile, in your CV or resume, at least you have 20,000 into 5 projects, which means 1 lakh, you're putting yourself on a higher side. So then it's easy to apply for 2 lakh funding or 5 lakh funding. So you scale it up that way. Rather you jump on 10 lakh, you'll be spending a lot of time writing proposal and getting it. It's going to be very tough these days. So always start with something small, keep building up. You'll be able to show your profile. Using that, you can get DST funding or abroad funding. So this is my suggestion, just for your information. While talking about intellectual property rights, so we have these kind of different ways that you can protect your work. How many of you have heard about protecting your database? Imagine you come up with some data. It can be in the form of SQL, JSON, CSV, any format. You can make money out of it. I have personally made money out of it. I work for Google. So while working for Google, I collected a lot of data, email data. Of course, I have to protect the data because I cannot use someone's email IDs and push it. Instead, we got the data, we sanitized it, and paid for it. So what happens? When we start collecting data in any format, some format, you try to capture the data, you can actually protect your database and you can make money out of it. So please try to focus on this area. NAC is actually very much interested in these kind of things as well. If you are able to protect your database and get some acknowledgement from Government of India, it adds a lot of value for yourself and for the institution. So this is the last one. So your databases and data sets can be licensed to others to generate revenue. Imagine you collect some huge data, big data or even a small data, doesn't matter. You reach out to Amazon or Google or anyone, they pay you huge money for X number of years. It's not just one time. You can sign a contract asking for 5 years or 10 years because it all depends on the value of your data. So you can make money. So that's how you can do it. You will have still license rights for yourself and you can still make money. So that's about database. So I'm just starting from down because not many professors are thinking in terms of protecting data. They are straight away dumping it in GitHub and they are making money. So why did Microsoft buy GitHub? Any idea? Any professors? Why do you think Microsoft invested so much money in GitHub? GitHub was just a repository where we all used to push the code. But why did Microsoft buy GitHub for millions? Because database, data. It has so much power. And if you can use your students in the right way to capture data from different sources, it can be social media, cyber data, dark web, deep web, any kind of data. Try to protect the data, let the student also be part of it. Try to get database rights, convert that into a revenue. So you're all entrepreneurs by yourself. So this is what I can suggest when it comes to database. Similarly, copyrights, as I mentioned, lab materials or even exam materials, whatever you prepare that is completely on your own, please try to protect your work, go for copyrights, protect your work. It can be within India or it can be abroad as well. There are other interesting things like design. Of course, you're all aware of design patents. We do it in India as well. You come up with the product idea, you do the exterior side of it, design it, then submit it, you get a design patent. This is mostly relevant for collaborating with industries because just with academia, if you're not building a product, then design patent doesn't make sense. If you collaborate with companies, yes, design patent adds a lot of value. So that's about design trademark. Whether you're starting a company or a brand, let's say that you're doing something with smart agriculture, you want to name a product. So you can still come up with a logo, theme, names, you can do it as a trademark, you can protect. And again, for NAC also they accept trademark there. So trademark is also important for NAC. So please make use of these opportunities. If you come up with any product idea, please try to have a logo for it. Protect your work. Protect your logo as well. Patents, I'm sure you're all aware of. Utility patent, we also call it as innovation patent. If you come up with any good idea, thoughts, if you can structure it, if you have a methodology, come up with a methodology. Not necessarily you have to demonstrate a product. If you want to go for a grant, yes, of course you need to demonstrate something with some outcome, with screenshots, then you get a grant and you should be able to defend your work. Whereas just for publication, if you have good thought process, good idea, if you can write the methodology in a sequential way, yes, you'll be able to get a patent publication. Know-how, this is slightly different. In India, it's not much used, it's more abroad. So for example, Google Maps, so you want to come up with some kind of mapping systems, so that's know-how. So that can also generate revenue. So, but it's a very tricky model. In India, it doesn't work as of now. So what happens in today's scenario? Many professors, students ask me, "Sir, I have an idea. Shall I file a patent?" No, it doesn't work that way. You have idea, yes, you can actually, submit. But but even if you want to make it as a proper patent publication or a patent grant, you need to have some kind of a strategy. You need to have a proper methodology. Some students don't have a clear-cut methodology. They have an idea. So idea is different from having the proper innovative steps. So that's the difference. So most important thing of our internship, Indo-Global internship for students, that's what we teach. Straight away, the programming language cannot work in innovation of patent. So that's the difference. So you need to have some kind of a proper algorithm. You need to have a proper methodology. Why step 1 to step 2? Why not step 2 to 4? So we need to have these kind of questions. You need to address these questions. Even when you go for a patent grant, the examiner will ask a lot of questions. Why did you jump from step 2 to step 3? Why not? There are other intermediate steps. So we need to address these things. When it comes to patent, we need to go it in a sequential way. That's what we are doing with students, and of course professors who are collaborating with us, they know. Kavita ma'am and other professors who collaborated, they know that we do it in that format. We keep reviewing as many times so that the work is novel. That's first one. There are inventive steps. Without inventive steps, there is no patent. So you need to have some sequential method, sequential strategy that you need to follow. And it has to have some commercial value. Someone developed some ERP, students, I don't want to mention some student name. So they develop some ERP and they want to go for patent. No, it doesn't work that way. ERP can be copyrighted. If you have some web design and other things, that can be copyrighted because they have some kind of website or a web link portal so that they can take screenshot and make it as a copyright. But definitely not a patent because they are just modifying the ERP by doing some small changes in the programming. They take from GitHub and make some changes and they cannot become a patent. Even if you file, it doesn't have any purpose because when they go for NAC auditing, they will clearly say this work, this doesn't even, it will affect your appraisal as well. Many professors I've seen, they reach out to me saying that, sir, I have 5-6 patents published, not much value in appraisal. Why? Because it is being blindly filed as a patent. That's what I would like to suggest. So if you are planning to file a patent with someone else or with your team, with your friends, anyone, please make sure there are some kind of inventive steps being done. You need to review the patent article. So when someone gives you the patent draft, please review it. Are there claims? Are there inventive steps? Are there methodology being practiced? Do they have a flowchart? So some patents blindly they do it and it gets thrown away. Then when someone comes for NAC auditing or something, then your number doesn't exist. Patent numbers. So you need to be careful. You're spending money or even time for that matter. Please be careful. Review the patent draft. Please make sure these 4 things are being ticked. If you want, you can take a screenshot for your reference. Your work must be novel. Your work must have inventive steps. It must have some commercial value. And you have to make sure people practice it and you should be able to teach to someone. If you build some product, for example, I was telling sir about one product. So we are telling people how they can build it and how it can be replicated in the future. So these kind of 4 things are very important when it comes to patent. In simple 3 lines or 3 words, so we make sure the work is novel. There are inventive steps, which means it's not non-obvious. It has to be something very unique. Your work has to have some uniqueness. And it has to have industrial application. Very simple. 3 things if you follow your patent, you will be able to get a good patent. So I'll be explaining some examples so that you'll be able to understand much better. This was a very old model, a telegraph which was practiced 60-some years when India got independence, probably. So this was, the problem is, for long distance communication, they need to have a long wire. For example, to discuss between Srm Ramapuram to Srm KTR, they used to have, those days, a long wire for transmitting and for receiving. Then what happened later on? We started having radio signals, radio waves. So we used to transmit some information from here to KTR, from KTR to Ramapuram. So do you think this is patentable? So anyone? I mean, you can give a try, nothing wrong. You're all We are all into the same subject, right? You teach in a different way. So, any idea? Anyone? So, do you think it's patentable or not? Just simple binary answer, yes or no? It's patentable. How many of you think it's patentable? You can raise your hand. 1, 2. Only 2 people think it's patentable. Why not others? Why do you think it's not patentable? You are saying yes. Why do you think it's not patentable? Anyone?
So why they are saying no? So since this is already existing, they think that I think this is a breakthrough new methodology.
New methodology. Okay, correct. Partially right. Anyone else? Anyone wants to give a try? Tamil வேணா பேசலாம். No problem. I'm happy to listen. No one wants to answer. Okay. So this is the question I asked. Can this be patented? Previously, telegraph had a wired communication and that turned into wireless. Answer is yes. We had only 3 hands being raised because we are using radio signals, right? So we are bringing in new technology. Those days, radio technology was not being practiced when we had telegraph. Then telegraph became, teletransmissions and different things, duplex communication, a lot of things happened, right? So they all had a new technology, radio communication, radio technology. So obviously, you can file a patent. So even if you come up with this kind of any new kind of, tapping waves, electromagnetic waves to different kinds of waves we have in a spectrum. So if you come up with those kind of new technologies that you can bring in, our team is working on Wi-Fi technology where you can charge your phone with light. Our team is working on it. So we have a patent. So like this, if you try to tap light signals, yes, great. So you have a patent. You will become a scientist. So you will have a name after yourself. So definitely it can be patented thanks to all the hands being raised. And for other purposes, definitely there are a lot of areas that you can work on. So we are. I'm happy to collaborate with you. We'll discuss with new ideas. So as I mentioned, these are the points. Long distance communication became possible because of radio signals and radio waves. So it can be patented. So now, do you think it's patentable? It's a wooden knob. I'm sure you would have heard of design patents. So do you think this can be filed as a patent? You can raise your hand. If you think it's patentable, please raise your hand. Patentable, patentable, patentable. Anyone patentable? Do you think it's patentable? Patentable. Okay. It is not patentable because it's knob is a knob. You just make some small design from China. You can see multiple varieties, but they don't have a patent, and you cannot file a patent for these kind of small knobs and small designs. So that's why I wanted to give a example saying that this cannot be done as a patent. We had students from Srm Ramapuram as well. They come up with some unique ideas, but few things cannot be filed as a design patent. It will get rejected, waste of money. So our team clearly tells which can be filed as a patent, which can go up for copyrights, which cannot be filed as a patent. So we give you that clarity. For this one, there is industrial application because metallic knobs can be used anywhere for cupboards and for all the other areas that you can use. Yes, it works. But the problem is it lacks inventive step. There is no proper technique that you can design or develop. Maybe yesteryears people developed, but people continue to build these kind of things from China. We get everything procured. So there is no innovation involved in building this kind of thing. So there is no patent. A person interestingly designed a 3-leg trouser. So you can see 3 legs, right? So it's a 3-leg trouser. Do you think this can be filed as a patent, either as a utility patent or a design patent? Who said it? Yes.
Design patent.
Sir?
Design patent.
Design patent. Okay, I'll tell you. No.
Practically, we have to legs and this one is.
No application. Technique. Correct. It's not patentable. It's not patentable. As of today, they don't accept. But America, interestingly, they do accept because they are giving importance to inclusivity. So they might be a person with 3 legs, we do not know. But it's a rare case. America is okay as far as there are some inventive steps being practiced. If you can explain it rationally, they might get a patent in US, but not in India. As of today in India, this kind of patent doesn't they don't accept. Examiners are very strict for some reason, I do not know. IBM came up with some kind of interesting product for people, but for some reason IBM was rejected. Even Samsung product for mobile phones, one of the particular thing became quite obvious. So India rejected the patent. Whereas Samsung got a patent in Korea and US, whereas in India their patent got rejected. Whereas few products, Reliance products got patent because they tweaked the idea. So it all depends on how you take it to the consumers, how novel it is, how innovative it is, what it can make an impact in when it comes commercialized. So that is what makes a difference when it comes to the examiners. So in India, as of now, this kind of work cannot be filed as a patent. Bicycle weeder. So you all know wheat can be cherry picked by hands, whereas the gentleman came up with a very interesting device. He wanted to run through to automatically pick the weeds. So do you think this can be filed as a patent? Perfect. Yes. Good. Yes. Bicycle weeder can be filed as a patent across the globe, anywhere, because he is trying to bring a change to the community. He is trying to bring some kind of innovative product to the community. So yes, it can be filed as a patent. So amphibious bicycle, is it patentable? So the cycle can go on land and also in water. So our team is working on a different product. So I'm just trying to show a different example. So do you think it's patentable? Yes, good. Yes, this can be filed as a patent across the world. Now, what we are motivating students, I think last year we had very good batch. I think 2023, they came up with a shoe design, unique shoe, and we were able to get a patent. I think UK patent or something. UK patent. So students got a patent from UK. So I was closely working with them. I told them how uniquely they can design a shoe for different purpose, for sportswear and for normal wear, and they got a patent. So similarly, you need to start with paper sketching. So if you want to collaborate with us or anyone for that matter, start with paper sketches. You don't need to learn CAD or Fusion 360, any kind of tool. Even a normal Canva tool will do, or we call it as low fidelity prototype. For low fidelity prototype, please use paper and sketch, color pencils, try to come up with some unique design for your product. We'll be able to convert that for you. We will convert that as the product idea. We'll be able to get you the design patent. Not only in India, anywhere in the world. Our legal team is very good. So you can closely work with me and our team members. We'll try to get you the design patents. So this is the process that we follow. Low fidelity prototype, medium fidelity prototype, and then high fidelity. So low fidelity will be the paper sketches. Medium fidelity will be some kind of softwares like not Tableau, of course, Fusion 360 or Canva for that matter. High fidelity would be a proper AutoCAD. Then we try to design it front end, back end, then top view, lower view, different angles. Then we file it as a design patent. You will be able to get the patent. Our legal team will support. So that's about design patent. So yeah, this is the one I was talking about. So this is a design patent that we convert from paper sketches to a prototype. So copyrights are very interesting when it comes to professors, because I don't see as many copyrights. I think I've seen only Raja sir's copyrights a few years back, and I keep seeing only Raja sir. So I would encourage everyone to have copyrights. So let's say that you come up with some lab material or even some piece of code, protect your code. So let's say that you work on ERP, education ERP or healthcare ERP. If you have a code, please try to protect your code. If you come up with databases, please try to have copyright for database. Nothing wrong. You're protecting your work. Why should your hard time? I mean your hard work and your time get wasted. Protect your time. Protect your work. It can be used anytime in the world. You can sell it. You can make a license out of it. Get some revenue. So these are some of the examples that I tell even management students. So we have a lot of interns from business management side as well. So we tell them, if you come up with some business proposal, please go for copyright, protect your work, protect your model. So you might have some unique business idea. So please protect your work. So these are some of the things that I would suggest as professors. Please do protect your work. Trademarks, I think I discussed with you. Every company, including MIT Square, we always try to protect our brand. We want to protect our work. So we have our own logos, so we protect. So even if you come up with some any product ideas, brand for your product, please try to go for trademarks. it can be copyrighted as well, but trademark has more value because you're trying to make some services or trades using your business or your product. So it's good to go for trademarks. So these are some of the examples. You have seen McD, KFC, Google, Microsoft, everyone has copyrights. So it's always a good idea to have some copyright in your name. So many people ask why IPR? Is it only for appraisal? Only for KPI, API? No. It is something beyond these things. Appraisal, everything is just okay for your promotions and for your remuneration, everything. But something beyond those things, you will be building a good portfolio for yourself. If you are planning to get some joint funding or your own individual funding from DST or any part of the world, you need to showcase how much you have in IPR. Publication alone is not enough. Before, publications were the benchmark to get funding, but today we have crossed that, so more publications. So it is something to focus on patents, copyrights, trademarks, database rights, and how many foreign collaborators you have. Have you done something in collaboration with foreign institutions, with foreign industries? Do you have students who have gone abroad? So these are the questions that comes into play when they sit in a panel. So how do you think they can give you 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs funding project? Is it just the project idea or it's something beyond that? It is beyond project idea. So they want to see your caliber, how you protect your work. That is what most important is. So if you are able to protect your work, you have good patents, copyrights and other things, you are putting yourself in a good position to get funding. So these are some of the things that I would like to suggest. So IPR makes a huge difference. We have seen our own students from SRM. They had good IPR and they were able to get good scholarships. Deepanjali, as sir mentioned, so she got good scholarship. She got a job in US, which is not easy. Getting a job in US is not easy. I got a job in UK. Working for Google was not easy because patents. So you have good patents and good publications. Yes, of course, you get good opportunities. You get funding. So as a youngster, at the age of 21, I got a funding of 1 crore. So how is it possible? So we need to come up with that. You need to build your own portfolio. That's what I want to suggest. Please, take a screenshot. These are all very important when it comes to funding. People, I will tell you people who I have direct connect. I will show the slides, but I don't want to give a wrong information saying I have connect with DST. I will get you funding. I don't want to trick people into those things. I'm very straightforward. I don't have any connects. I can guide. I can support. I've reviewed proposals. I review articles for IEEE access. So I have that experience of reviewing works, but at the same time, it takes a lot of effort to get funding because they expect you to have a very good financial knowledge and business model knowledge. So you should be able to tell them how you are able to get the return on investment. If DST is giving you funding of 10 lakhs, you should be able to give them a pitch how you can generate funding of 30 lakhs. 3 times. 3 times you need to show them. Minimum. If you are able to show 5 times, it's great. But at least you should have that clarity. Whatever work you are going to do, will it fetch 3 times the money what they invest? If you are asking for 5 lakhs, you should be able to demonstrate ROI of 15 lakhs, return on investment. It can be for not only for DST, anyone. Even I'm investing in some startups. Some students ask me for investment. I'm told it's possible, but I need a proper blueprint or a proposal. If I'm investing 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, how I'm going to get returns? How the company is going to fetch that returns? So please take I'm sure you have taken a screenshot of this. You can look into the call for. Regularly there will be a call for every 2 months, 3 months, sometimes 6 months once. You need to keep checking. And these are the continuation of the funding thing. So you can take a screenshot. I'm sure you are all aware of Srm, SRB. It's very competitive because most of the funding goes to IITs, NITs, and VIT. I'm sure SRM also has got a lot of funding. I've seen Srm Ramapuram, people have got. So please make a note of this. If any one of you planning to have your own startup, that's a good idea. UGC motivates professors to have their own company. So please look for SRG, Startup Research Grant. It's for early researchers who have PhD and postdoc. These are the programs that I personally collaborate with foreign universities. We work on Indo-German collaborations, Indo-Poland, Indo-UK. Then Newton Baba Fund is very interesting. We have professors from VIT who are coming on the Newton Fund. And it's being supported by VIT itself. And SRM is also happy to support professors. If you get joint funding, they'll be sending you for 6 months or 1 year. It all depends on projects. So, but you need to have a solid idea if you really want to get track of this kind of funding. So Gita is getting popular, Global Innovation and Technology Alliance. So mostly it is being done with Indo-Korea as of now. Indo-Taiwan is getting better because we don't do with Indo-China because of the quality of products and everything that is delivered. Taiwan is doing very well. So if you're looking for funding from Korea or Taiwan, look for Gita, Global Innovation and Technology Alliance. For startup and incubation, we have these kind of funding available. I'm sure you are aware of PIRAC, then Atal Innovation Mission, TIDE. This is getting popular, TIDE. We see a lot of proposals from IIT Madras. So I want more from SRM as well. So please take a screenshot of this. Today I had a good discussion with Dean Sir. So Dean Sir was talking about CSR funds. And for me to bring this fund, you need to collaborate with me. That's how I'll be able to get the funding. So only me alone, it's not possible because industry to industry getting the fund is very difficult. So as professors from institution, if you represent, it's easy to get the funding. So Dean Sir was very keen on getting CSR funds. Correct, sir? So this funding is important because Tata Foundations, from those years, they have been investing crores. So people who came up with the clutch brake technology abroad, today we see the automatic cars, right? So Tata invested years back. So they gave to different institutions in Mumbai, and they came up with those kind of automatic solutions. Today we see in Hyundai and many other cars, automatic cars. So those days, brake and clutch technology, Tata invested a lot. So if you come up with any good ideas, it can be just the software side, just the hardware side, both doesn't matter. If you have good ideas, we have very good CSR funding from Airtel, Vodafone, Tata, Infosys, everyone. So you can tap this funding. Directly I cannot do it, so you need to come up with a good proposal. I can take it to these people. Our company has a CSR, just for your information. So we run the foundation and madam is the lead, my dad is the lead, my mom and dad. So they are the lead for the CSRs. So if you have good ideas, yes, we can work together and pitch the ideas to Tata or anyone for that matter. These are for women, women-centric. Interestingly, women can collaborate with men and get the funding. As a lead, it has to be women. Women Scientist Scheme, this is very interesting scheme from DST. They promote a lot to encourage women to get the funding. So we have Serve Power, DBT, Biocare, more from healthcare, but of course, people in software can also participate. If you have data analytics as a main area, if you want to address biotechnology side, yes, you can get it. We have Ignite also, Women Startup Scheme. If you want to turn your work into a product, you can go for Ignite proposal. And V-Rise is being done by our own company, our own foundation. So we have given very small funding for women, like it can be women weavers or women fashion technology or women who are from rural background. We have invested in women startups. So if you have good ideas for addressing rural problems, please let us know. We will give some funding. You can start with some small funding, and if your work is very good, we can scale up the funding. So we can scale the funding to 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, doesn't matter. As far as the commitment is what required. And these are women-centric international schemes. So what I showed previously was India. These are for international. So women, if you are interested in collaborating with foreign people, you can make use of these ones. So echoing green fellowship, so you can tackle any kind of green solutions, tackling sustainable problems. So if you are having good problem statements and good ideas, you can apply for these areas. So if you have industry collaborators and other people to collaborate, you will get good funding. So Women in Green Economy Fellowship, UN Women. Green Rise is being done by one of our counterparts in UK. It's called Raise Global Innovation Forum. You can Google search Raise Global Innovation Forum. It was actually done by few professors and industry experts. They have very small funding from 5 lakhs to 50 lakhs. But if you can address any green problems from SDG goals, you can get these kind of funding. These kind of opportunities are directly funded by MIT Square. So, Thomas Chen Memorial Fellowship. Actually, Thomas Chen was my professor, was my master's guide, and later on he became my postdoctoral guide. When I was doing my postdoctoral, we had very good ideas to support our community. We wanted to do something for India, so we collaborated. I introduced to Raja sir. Unfortunately, he passed away last year. So we had good professors who completed postdoctoral under his guidance, but due to his health issue, he passed away. So under his name, we started a fellowship called Tom Fry, Thomas Chen Memorial Fellowship for Research and Innovation. It's being given in UK. So if someone wants to make use of research opportunities, come up with good proposal, then you can make use of this funding. So like that, we have different funding. You can these are directly through MIT Square. The other ones not through MIT Square. We don't have any kind of connect, no influence, no reference. At least these, I have some kind of connect with some managements. If your projects are good, we validate it. There is no preference, no partiality, nothing. Honest review, any good project, it has good scope, good returns on investment, yes, you will get the funding. Similarly, we have a PDF, but we are coming up with a different plan. So I'm in discussion with Raja sir and Dean. People who want to pursue postdoctoral fellowship, we'll have first reviewed internally with SRM. Based on SRM's opinion and inputs, then we'll be giving opportunities. So for that, you need to directly talk with Raja sir. So I want to show some success stories so that will give you some inspiration to work together. So these are postdoctoral fellows who completed with us. These are the grants that we are given to professors, not only from MIT Square, but different funding from different partners, private funding, so various projects, consultancy projects. So we are given to different people across India. So these are patents filed and we have received grant as well. So I think I can see Shiny ma'am. Shiny ma'am's one of the paper we worked, collaborated, and the paper was presented in Spain during pandemic time. So these are some of the international publications. We had professors from SRM who proudly represented us. They came under faculty abroad program. It was in UK. So he's our international dean. We also sent professors to Thailand, Srinathwara University. We had some professors from SRM, VIT, IIT. So we all visited Thailand. This is in Malaysia, University of Cyberjaya. So we had again professors from SRM, Satyabama. This one was purely from Satyabama. So they had a huge success. Students got placed after attending FAP and SAP. FAP is faculty abroad program. SAP is student abroad program. They came up with interesting projects with foreign professors. Their work got converted into patents, and almost all the students got placed in the third year. During the interview, they explained about how they collaborated with MIT Square, how it really helped them. So we are very happy for the students. So some of the newspapers we have come in Times of India and other places. So why to collaborate with MIT Square? As Raja sir mentioned, so we'll be working together on various areas, collaborative model, but with the guidance and inputs from SRM. Whatever we want to do, we want to make it in a more structured way this year. So we'll take their inputs and then we'll work to give them more opportunities for professors. So you will get good recognition for sure, there's no doubt. It's just that you need to have that enthusiasm to collaborate, you need to have good ideas to collaborate. Even if you don't have good ideas, we'll give you the problem statement. We have plenty of problem statements addressing SDG. So you can reach out to us, we'll give you the problem statements. You can give it to your students, work together. You can work with foreign people as well. So let's work together. So if you really want to collaborate, you have some kind of project ideas, you can use the QR code, scan. You can include the project title or anything that you want to work. We will also give you the problem statements. Let's work together. We'll come up with some brilliant ideas. Okay, thank you so much for this great opportunity, sir. Thank you, everyone. So we'll stay connected. We'll work on a lot of projects, different ideas. Thank you.
I have taken this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude for everyone for making this event a grand success. First and foremost, I extend a heartfelt gratitude to the management of SRM Institute of Science and Technology Ramapuram for their constant encouragement and unwavering support that makes such academic industry collaboration possible. I extend a special and sincere thanks to our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. Mithilesh Satyanarayanan, founder and CEO of MIT Square London, for sharing such valuable insights into global innovation trends and intellectual property rights. Your presence has certainly inspired all of us, elevated the academic atmosphere of the session. Also, I extend my thanks to Ms. Bhuvaneshwari Loganathan, co-founder of MIT, for coordinating with us and making this event fruitful. A special mention and sincere thanks to our respected Dean, Mr. M. Shakti Ganesh, for being a pillar of strength and providing strategic direction and motivation behind every academic initiative. I would like to convey my sincere thanks to the Vice President Academics and Vice President Admin for their guidance and support in organizing such impactful initiatives. Our deep appreciation to our visionary chairperson, Dr. K. Raja sir, for his dynamic leadership and efforts in bridging the gap between academic and industry through programs like these. I also thank our respected head of the department, faculty members, and organizing team for their meticulous planning and efforts in ensuring the smooth execution of today's event. Last but not least, I extend my thanks to all the participants for their enthusiastic involvement and valuable presence, which truly made this program a meaningful experience to all. Once again, thank you all.